37 winners, 37 years, every single official People magazine Sexiest Man Alive from 1990 all the way to 2026. This is part 2. Then and now. Every face, every story. Before we start, drop a comment right now with the name you think holds the all-time 4-time record. And tell me, who do you think is the most surprising winner on this entire list? I will be reading and replying to every comment below. Your answers will be interesting. Let's go. 37 entries. Starting in 1990, with a man who was already at a full sprint and showed absolutely no signs of slowing down. Number 41. Tom Cruise, 1990. People, Sexiest Man Alive, born July 3rd, 1962. Living, age 63. Tom Cruise, his second People magazine win. Born in Syracuse, New York. Born on the 4th of July had just earned him his first Academy Award nomination. Top Gun had already made him a global icon. Cocktail, Rain Man, Mission, Impossible was still ahead. At 63, he is still alive, still running, still doing his own stunts, and still the only actor who makes hanging from the outside of a flying aircraft look like a reasonable Tuesday afternoon. Number 42. Patrick Swayze, 1991. People, Sexiest Man Alive, born August 18th, 1952. Passed away September 14th, 2009. Age 57, 1991. Patrick Swayze, born in Houston, Texas. He danced into the world's heart in Dirty Dancing and then broke it completely in Ghost. Nobody puts baby in a corner, the line that audiences have been repeating for nearly 4 decades. He was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in 2008 and spent his final year working and living with an openness about mortality that the world found genuinely humbling. He passed away on September 14th, 2009 at 57 years old. Nobody danced like him. Nobody ever will. Number 43, Nick Nolte, 1992. People, Sexiest Man Alive. Born February 8th, 1941. Living, age 85, 1992. Nick Nolte, born in Omaha, Nebraska, raw, physical, and entirely unpredictable. He was named Sexiest Man Alive at the age of 51, which tells you everything you need to know about the title's actual definition. Prince of Tides, 48 Hours, Cape Fear, Warrior. A career built entirely on intensity rather than polish. At 85, he is still alive and still one of the most compelling and least predictable men American cinema ever produced. Number 44, Richard Gere, 1993. People, Sexiest Man Alive. Born August 31st, 1949. Living, age 75, 1993. Richard Gere, his third People magazine recognition. Born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Pretty Woman had already redefined the romantic comedy. Summersby was the year's release. He appears 4 times on the complete list, more than any other man across all 77 entries. The suits were always impeccable, the performances always surprising. At 75, he is still alive, still the most elegantly dressed man in any room he enters. Number 45, Mel Gibson, 1994. People, Sexiest Man Alive, born January 3rd, 1956. Living, age 70, 1994. Mel Gibson, his third People win, matching Paul Newman's record from Part 1. Born in Peekskill, New York. Braveheart was in production, the film that would win him the Academy Award for Best Director and Best Picture. Mad Max, Lethal Weapon, Braveheart. Three entirely different images of masculinity across three entirely different decades. At 70, he is still alive. Three People wins. The same record as Paul Newman. Company worth keeping. Number 46. Brad Pitt, 1995. People, Sexiest Man Alive. Born December 18th, 1963. Living, age 62, 1995. Brad Pitt, born in Shawnee, Oklahoma. He appeared in Thelma and Louise for exactly 4 minutes in 1991, and the world rewound that scene approximately 17 times. Sexiest Man had just been released. Fight Club was coming. Ocean's 11 was coming. He appears twice on this list. At 62, he is still alive and still the most effortlessly watchable man in Hollywood. A quality that has absolutely nothing to do with effort and everything to do with something he was simply born with. Number 47. Denzel Washington, 1996. People, Sexiest Man Alive. Born December 28th, 1954. Living, age 71, 1996. Denzel Washington, born in Mount Vernon, New York. He carries authority in his face the way most people carry tension, completely naturally, completely convincingly. Malcolm X Philadelphia, Training Day, which finally won him the Oscar for Best Actor, The Equalizer, Fences, 2 Academy Awards. The most commanding presence in any cast he has ever joined. At 71, he is still alive, still working, and still the person that every director on earth wants to open their film. Number 48. George Clooney, 1997. People, Sexiest Man Alive. Born May 6th, 1961. Living, age 64, 1997. George Clooney, born in Lexington, Kentucky. He left the television series ER in 1999 to make films exclusively. And from Three Kings onward, every film he made felt like an event worth attending. He appears twice on this list. The silver at his temples in 1997 was already a feature rather than a flaw. At 64, he is still alive. The silver has simply become more authoritative with each passing year. It always was going to. Number 49. Harrison Ford, 1998. People, Sexiest Man Alive. Born July 13th, 1942. Living, age 83, 1998. Harrison Ford, his second appearance. At 56, he became one of the oldest men to hold the title at that point in the awards history. Han Solo, Indiana Jones, and Jack Ryan had already made him a legend. He reportedly said in interviews he had no idea how to respond to the award. The world found his bewilderment entirely consistent with every character he had ever played. Competent, self-deprecating, and completely unaware of his own magnetism. At 83, he is still alive. Number 50. Richard Gere, 1999. People, Sexiest Man Alive. Born August 31st, 1949. Living, age 75. 1999. Richard Gere, his fourth and final appearance. The all-time record. No other man in the complete 77 entry list across Part 1 and Part 2 combined was named Sexiest Man Alive 4 times. 4. American Gigolo, An Officer and a Gentleman, Pretty Woman, Runaway Bride. 4 decades, 4 recognitions. At 75, he is still alive. The record is his permanently. No other man has come close. Number 51. Brad Pitt, 2,000 People, Sexiest Man Alive. Born December 18th, 1963. Living, age 62, 2000. Brad Pitt, his second appearance. At 36, he was at the midpoint of a career that was only becoming more interesting and more surprising. Snatch had just been released. Ocean's 11 was months away. He had already been Fight Club. He had already been SC7. He appears twice on this list. Both times, the answer required absolutely no deliberation from the People magazine team. At 62, he is still alive. Still the most casually extraordinary person in most rooms. Number 52. Pierce Brosnan, 2001 People, Sexiest Man Alive born, May 16th, 1953. Living, age 72, 2001. Pierce Brosnan, born in Drogheda, County Meath, Ireland. He took the James Bond role in GoldenEye in 1995 and brought a wit and genuine warmth to it that gave the franchise a decade of renewed global relevance. He lost his first wife to cancer in 1991 and his daughter to the same disease in 1995, and spent those years of Bond filming quietly devastated in private while maintaining complete composure in public. At 72, he is still alive. The most beautifully dressed Irishman Hollywood has ever had the good sense to cast. "37 years, 37 men." From Tom Cruise in 1990, still running, still doing his own stunts at 63, all the way to Pedro Pascal in 2025, who became the internet's collective father figure in two completely different genres simultaneously and made it look effortless. Every single one of them earned their year. Not just by looking extraordinary, but by being extraordinary. The looks were always the surface of something much deeper. Patrick Swayze. Nobody danced like him, and nobody ever will. The way he carried those final months in 2008 and 2009, working, present, and honest about what was happening, was as extraordinary as anything he ever did on screen. His entry on this list is number 42. It will always be one of the most important ones. Now, tell me in the comments which then and now comparison shocked you the most, and drop your prediction for the 2026 winner. People magazine announces every November. If this video gave you something